morning, scrappers, scrapettes, recyclers, planet lovers, and everybody else. I gotta grab a box real quick, hang on. I wanted to make sure I at least got a post up this morning. I have a pickup this afternoon. Not a big one, but enough to keep content on the channel. And so I've been taking a lot of stuff apart this week and trying to get some material ready for the you-know-what store. If I say you-know-what, starting in E and ending in Y, they restrict my life. I haven't quite figured that out yet, like it's really hurting them any, but I don't want to get in trouble with TikTok. That would be the last thing I need. So, today, morning, Jeff. First one in, thank you. Precious, good morning. So, cake. I'll be thinking of you tomorrow. It's my birthday, which is actually why I'm going live today, because I don't know how early my family wants to get out and about tomorrow. We're going to spend the day at Mohegan Sun Casino. None of us are really big gamblers, but they do have a Christmas crafts fair. And, we're going to go out to lunch and stuff. We may, if we can get a reservation, even drive over to Foxwoods, which is 10 minutes away, and supposedly try to go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant that he has there. But we'll see, how everything plays out. It's a busy weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. To all of our friends who are veterans, and my Father in heaven, God rest his soul, thank you for your service. It is Veterans Day weekend. God bless you all. So, I will repost this video. I always put them on both of my channels. I have to make sure I stay under an hour. It is 8:33 right now. So what I thought I'd do is show you some of the things we took apart this week and some of the things that I will put for sale in the BAY store. Hi, are you freaking kidding me? How are you? Are you freaking kidding me? He's been with me since I started the channel. The channel's going to be a year old in January, the end of January, the beginning of February. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. So I thought I'd show you some of the things that I took apart this week that I am going to put up for sale. I think over the Christmas holidays, I'll finish the Computer Scrapper website. We're going to put a store in there. And I'll basically have e-scrap by the pound for sale. But in the meantime, I've still got to use the other platform until I get to that point. So I had that big tower computer last week. Thank you, are you kidding me? I'm doing pretty well, thank you very much. Getting a lot done. Really have been making great progress with the house and the basement, and I actually only have about 20 of the 100 Lenovo computers left to scrap. I just took them all apart. I put the shells on the curb for the metal guy. Scrap metal is such a joke, and it just ruins my truck, so I let the scrap metal guy have that, and I just stick with selling the components. I hate going to the scrapyard. But I do have I have a storage bin, and the storage bin is all my non-ferrous, like these aluminum heat sinks and things. I'll break these down. I'll sell the aluminum wires. I'll sell, after I take the gold fingers off, power supplies, things like that. That's all in the scrapyard, and all the boards, scrapyard, and the, same difference, storage bin. I've got that all set up. That's working out really well. I've got almost all the e-scrap out of the house except for whatever I'm actually working on. It's only around the corner, so it's not too bad. I can go down, I can pick up the day's work, process it, and bring it back. It's going to have to do until I can figure out what I'm going to do. The house across the street from me sold for boku bucks. And I'll tell you, Are You Freaking Kidding Me asks, is it better to try and sell a working server or selling the parts? I try to sell the working unit first. If somebody wants it, I've made it available. I do it for 30 days and then I take it apart. In this case, this is what's left of the tower server that I had from that pallet pickup. I didn't even get a nibble on it, and I was surprised, and I'm going to talk about these boards in a minute. And down here is the Everix 386 computer, which I finally scrapped, and I'll get into that in a minute too. Good morning, Dave Donahue. How are you? Dave has been with me since I started too. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted to make sure I got up at least for a little while this morning. It's going to be a what's in the box video. I have that oscilloscope to take apart, but I want to try to do that on my regular Sunday live, and I don't know if that's going to get up tomorrow because I don't know how early we're leaving to celebrate my birthday. Knowing my family, I'll get my live up. Everybody works hard. They want to sleep on Sunday. I don't blame them. They all work hard. Okay. So, what I did with this, I got an HP Pavilion server that works but can only be powered on through an access point. Why not try to sell it? Are you freaking kidding me? Try to sell the server outright. HP's, the Pavilion, you might find an AMD chip in there if you're lucky. You'll have to look at your CPU, of course. I don't think they sell, thank you. Are you freaking kidding me? I appreciate that. It's tomorrow. I'm going to be 66 years old. I can't believe that. What a year this has been. My channel will be a year old in January. And what a year. Anyway. The other thing, too, is you can look on Marketplace and look on eBay and get an idea of the comparables. I don't think you're going to get a lot for an HP Pavilion. They're really not worth much for, like if you scrap the whole computer. They're really cheap. I think you're better off taking them apart. I don't sell them whole. I take them apart myself, and then I sell the boards to board sort or to a subscriber, depending, what's happening. HP, how about ProLiant? That sounds like a ProLiant. I got the name wrong. There are 2 CPUs and 4 RAMs equal to 64 gigs. Probably a ProLiant. Again, they don't sell for a heck of a lot. Are you freaking kidding me? They don't sell for a lot. You're probably better off taking apart, selling it as a dual socket motherboard. Or, try to sell it for parts. Try to get 25 or 30 bucks for it. Why not? So, always try to sell first. And that's really become my opinion as I've gone through this whole process. I got a barrage of haters on YouTube for scrapping vintage computers, but seriously, I've tried to sell them, and I'll tell you right now is not a time to sell anything. If you can save it, save it. The economy's bad. My e-commerce is way, way down. Things are a little rough right now for the U.S. economy. Hopefully, hope to God things get better soon and they get this shutdown taken care of. Alright, so this is everything that came out of that big tower I had. And again, I got down inside of it, took a good look at it, and tried to determine if I should sell it first. Thank you, Frosty Winter, I appreciate that. Wishing me a happy birthday. I was going to see if I can make a mining rig, but not sure if it's even possible with it. Those Xeon CPUs I don't think are strong enough for for a mining rig. Again, that's something. Go on to Google it, see what other people have done. It's amazing what people have done. Google is really just full of information. People have done so much cool stuff, and that's the other thing I've been doing this week too. I've just really gotten myself on a tear with vintage computers. History of Microsoft is fascinating. This is actually the 50th anniversary of them creating a chip that was a board that was compatible with the Apple and it was a big release and a big deal for Microsoft, and I was up and about reading about that this morning. So I'm enjoying researching vintage computers. I don't know if I'm gonna try to fix or build or anything else. I never know what my next hobby is gonna be. I've got a few down in the basement that probably are worth trying to see if I can get them to run, just because it's cool. I'm trying to get my hands on a Silicon Valley, and they've got one that it's red and it looks like a gas pump. It's the freaking coolest computer I've ever seen, but $1,500-$1,600 in rough shape. I suppose eventually I'll find one. If I find it, I do. If I don't, I don't. But that's on my to-do list. Just for fun, you know. Alright, so I finally caved in and took the tower computer apart again. I took it to the computer shop. I put it on Marketplace. I've had it on eBay for a month. There is zero interest in the computer. Even at $99, I couldn't sell it. I tried. Did the DD3 server RAM sell? I think so, but I think I might have more. I didn't see whose avatar just went by. Sorry. That's what I'm doing today, guys. I'm restocking the store, so it'll be in there. I think the DDR RAM sold. I sold the silver-fingered RAM to board sort. But the DDR RAM, I don't know if I have another pound or not. I could have by the end of today. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. So the first thing I did was I put the tower up. It was off that pallet of vintage computers we got. That was so much fun. Oh my god, that was the most fun I've ever had. Scrapping something out. We really had a lot of fun with that. Ohio Fire, good morning. Welcome in. And if I miss you coming in, sorry about that. If you have a question on something, hit me in the messages because I don't always see it go by. I don't have a moderator yet. Getting to that point, though, I'll tell you. Ice cold water. No, thank you. It's freezing. Albert, good morning. Tim, good morning. Usually, guys, I go on Sunday mornings live. I'll get on Saturday on occasion, and I'll get on during the week on occasion. It depends if I have something good to show you or not. If I have a bunch of crap, I don't really bother because I don't want to offend you with crap. Alright, so the tower was probably high, beastly heavy. And when I got inside as best as I could, I went inside and I found digital scientific research boards from 1991. In 1992, apparently. DSR was a pretty good mover back in the day. They do have the Intel format as opposed to the MIPS format. The research I did on this original computer indicated it was used in robotics. Seeing nothing sold, I can't really believe that that was true, or that maybe this version wasn't so. But anyway, because I am going to put these boards and such up for sale, I do want to make sure I include them on my live so people can go back from my you-know-where. They can go back from my you-know-what site, and they can take a look and see if it's really something they might want to purchase. That's been very helpful, by the way. Alright, so the tower from 1991. And again, I left this complete. I have it right now. I have it on my you-know-where store as a lot of boards, LOT. Be careful here. I'm just seeing a little possibility of just the slightest bit of corrosion here. Not bad, but I think I would maybe saran wrap that or something. That's going to be watched. It's just a little bit. It's not bad. It's just at the very end of the terminal, just enough that it's there. That's something you really have to be careful with these older computers, is corrosion at the terminals. I possibly should nip that off. You're not really supposed to ship things with batteries in them anyway, but right now I'm going to leave it be and see what happens. This was a two-part board, or is a two-part board. You see the color. It's got that rich, rich, rich gold to it. So that's earlier. Older is better on these boards. Morning, Scotty. David, good morning. So I've left them complete, and as I said, I've got them up as a lot. So my thought process with this, first I tried to sell the entire unit. Zip, nothing. That was 30 days. Tried to sell it, dropped the price down, dropped it down to $99 for the entire unit. Nobody wanted it. Sometimes, are you freaking kidding me? It's actually better to take it apart and sell the boards if you find something of great value in there. That's just why it's important to know your boards as well. I don't think you're going to find much in the HPs, but anything marked Silicon Valley, MIPS, Sun, you may find some better materials inside of those. So it's important to know what's in there, and that's a lot of my video content, is what's inside of these things. Alright, so this is an RP13 330 times 5 digital scientific research, Irwindale, California. This is a 486DX. Don't take this off if you intend to resell, because the pins will become bent and it will devalue the CPU. The final step would be to sell it as scrap, in which case I would take this, and then I would sell the board to board sort as a Goldfinger card, or as possibly a low-grade telecom. That's the last resort, obviously. I just, there's people out there who need these replacement parts. So, try to make them available. They're certainly good for gold recovery. So that is 1991. This is actually the processor for that big tower computer. These all were in their own individual slots and interconnected by ribbon wire. So this is a DX processor, i486DX, Intel 1989. These ceramic chips are selling for about $300 a pound on boardsort.com. Again, I've left this as is in case somebody wants to purchase the entire unit, because they might be trying to restore their computer. This is probably silver-fingered RAM, probably 8 gigs, give or take. Okay, so that is the processor board. That's the the motherboard from the unit. Everything was connected onto this. This is a backplane board, and it's 1991 Irwindale, California DSR. Again, I saw this on, I Google searched it, which means I took a picture of it and asked Google to look it up, and I got quite a bit of information on it. It indicated it was desirable and quite pricey. There were quite a few up for sale at a very substantial price. Again, it didn't go anywhere, so I'm not quite ready to scrap it, though. We'll keep it in the parts for a while. I'm selling this whole big lot together, by the way, because if somebody took it and put it all together, they should theoretically have a good working computer. Should it wind up going into scrap? Hi, Big Dave Speed Sharp. Good morning. Info junkie for life. Love it. Good morning. So these older backplane boards are very rich in gold recovery. With a backplane board, something gold plugs into something gold. In this case, these are older. This is older. You would see a newer backplane board. By the way, are you freaking kidding me? Don't forget to pull the backplane board out of that HP. Those are really good for gold recovery, and board sort does buy backplane boards. A lot of gold in here. Anything memory, anything expansion slot, usually pretty good gold recovery, especially pre-2020. So this is a DSR BP13 Revision A, designed in the USA. And again, I'm very specifically, when I do my Google search, this is what I'm going to look for in that Google search to see if there's any value to it. And again, I'm handling these carefully because I am putting the whole lot up for resale, hopefully to somebody who needs it to either rebuild or fix their computer. So the first attempt was to sell the whole thing. The second attempt is to sell it in a lot. The third attempt will be to take everything apart and sell them individually. And the fourth will be to scrap it all. This is really cool. I've got to assume this has got to have some value to it. This is called a trunk interface. And don't ask me what that means, because I don't know. For me, it's part of a computer. This is loaded with gold. Look, just absolutely loaded with gold. Again, I'm not at a point that I want to scrap this yet. I want to put it up and make it available for replacement parts. That seems to be the market right now, seems to be the replacement parts as opposed to selling the whole tower or the whole unit. Damn shipping is ridiculous. So, no junk in this trunk, huh? Trunk MH89760 by a company called MITEL. And again, I don't know a lot about all of these. I can see a ton of gold on this board, though. This is gold. Got the gold fingers, of course. Gold pins. Great board for gold recovery. But before I do that, and given the fact the computer was very clean and fairly well taken care of, I am going to try to put this up as a replacement part. Google Lens has a really good, you take a picture, you put it on, reverse search it on Google, and you can find out exactly what it is. eBay also has a tool like that too. I hope I don't get a restriction for saying eBay. It's a really great tool. You go to their search, you push search, and you take a picture of whatever it is you're looking for. It'll bring you right to the comparables. You can always look at the sold items and see if what you have is something somebody wants. Which is a network switch? This? Oh, the trunk thingy? Now let's see. Yeah, he's right. Thank you. It is a network switch. You're absolutely right. There's the phone connectors. Good call. Thank you, H.C.H. Costanza. Appreciate that. Absolutely. But I'll tell you, though, if this was to sell for gold recovery, wow, what a board. You know what the kicker is? It would only sell as a gold finger card. Of course, obviously, I'm going to try to sell that for, for parts to hopefully somebody who needs such a thing. This is... I would say some kind of a memory board. I'll take answers out there, you guys who are so good at this. DSP. CHIPS. Yes, I know they're chips, you don't have to label them. DSP. Must be digital service product or some such thing, huh? Made in the USA? Made in the USA. There's a lot of ceramics. For scrapping, yeah, this is a great board. Great board for scrap. I would sell this as a telecom board high. Again, I'm going to have to reverse search this one because I don't know what it is and I don't see anything on it to help me. I will reverse image search that and find out what it is. Of course, I could just ask the community. A lot of gold here, tantalum capacitors. Again, I'm not nipping anything off of this board because I'm going to try to sell it as a replacement unit. I know it's from 1991. That's about all I know about it right now. I don't see a model on it. Again, this is all being sold as one big lot of boards because they all came out of a supposedly working computer. And, this would be great replacement parts for somebody who has that. The Google search said that these boards were used highly in robotic recovery, and it said that 1991 was a very pivotal year for the personal computer. Based on this computer, I haven't really found that, or perhaps this computer being a custom build of some type doesn't have that kind of hardware and software installed. Okay, there's your video card. Data Technology Corp. There's your DTC, Data Technology Corp. Again, this would sell as a gold finger card if I were to sell it as scrap. I don't want to scrap it just yet. I'm going to put that whole lot of boards up for sale as is. This was the other board we pulled this week, and it came out of a computer called Everex, Everex. They were big, bulky clunky things. And they didn't sell for a lot of money. They were a direct competition to Apple. There were people who actually called them the Eaple. Again, I'm just starting my research on such a thing. They were not highly successful. I had really thought and hoped I would find a MIPS board when I pulled the when I finally decided to pull the motherboard. Again, I dropped the price of the entire computer down to $99 and I couldn't sell it. So it got scrapped. Well, it didn't get scrapped yet. It's gotten pulled for replacement parts. And hopefully I'll be able to sell the board. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? I'll get $30 for it as a high-grade telecom board. This is probably gold under here. It looks like it's removable again. I'm not going to fiddle with it right now. I have it up as a replacement board for sale. This was from an Everix 386, I think it was. Honkin' beastly heavy thing. Ugh. Like I said, I pulled it hoping to find another MIPS board, and I did not. These were actually, if I recall correctly, I believe Everix was a competitor to Macintosh. So, again, this is just stuff I'm reading. This is what I do before I go to bed at night. I think it's going to put me to sleep, but I get so into it. I'm up hours of the morning reading. I love to read. For the gold recovery people, oh yeah, tons of it. Again, I'm going to try to put this up as a replacement board. First, that's from an Everix 386 computer. And I always try to sell them as replacements first. If they don't go, what's the worst that happens? You know, they came out of a clean pull. I don't anticipate a problem with it. If you're interested in contacting the creator, I just got a live thing. I was interested in contacting creator. Please just shoot me your message. That's the best way to get me because I don't always see the comments go by. Finally caved in and scrapped a bunch of these too. There are 1,000,001 of them up on eBay. You know, how much stuff can you keep around the house? I tried to sell the computer whole. Again, got nowhere. It's the shipping. I know it is. Now what I did is I pulled the motherboards whole, and I've had those up for sale for nearly 2 weeks. I've got one that I think might sell because it's got a Pentium processor on it. So I took all of the old computers apart, pulled the motherboards just like this, put them up for sale. You know, there's very little interest. There's not even views on them. People don't want them, guys. You know, all the haters are going to say, "Oh, it's valuable." No, it's not valuable unless somebody wants it. Otherwise, it's valuable as scrap. That's really the bottom line. So this is an Intel i486DX2. Came out of a DTK computer. 1989 on that. So, you know, I left the card. I left everything. I did not pull the processors or the backplane boards. Okay. See, these are all expansion ports. You can add cards to it and make the computer faster and things like that. This is, you can tell by the color, it's an older board. Let's see, sometimes the board, the date is in the case. This would sell as a DX2 486 Intel board, simple as that. This is gold-fingered RAM in here, but again, I'm leaving it in case somebody wants to buy it as a replacement board. I haven't taken anything off of it. So again, my first choice is to try to sell it as is for parts. My second choice is to group the whole thing together and send it out like so after I've taken it apart. My third choice is to put the parts up in a big lot. My fourth choice is to scrap it. So I don't just grab it and scrap it. This is a PKM5062AB. That's the part number. Now, from a scrapping point of view, it's a great board. You got your chip, you got a gold finger card, aka or black back plain board. Again, I left it together. I didn't take it apart. I didn't want to risk damaging it in case somebody wants it for resale. I can't even get $99 for the damn thing. So, after a fashion, it's like, screw it. These sell as a large plastic socket motherboard, I believe. I'm not going to pull the chip because I don't want to bend anything. I want to leave it in case somebody does decide to take it. You've got great ceramics. These are removable. If I was going to scrap this board, I would pull these. I'd pull the RAM, I'll pull the backplane board, and I'd pull the chip. And then I would sell it as a large plastic socket motherboard to board sort. So again, I've left it as is. I have the gold ATX boards down in the basement. I have a couple of those. I just don't see them selling. There's a lot of them out there. I guess that's the thing. There's the Ethernet card. 3-COM Etherlink 3. These are very common. These are what you saw. You've got mail! That was the card. Alright, so that is that. Hi, Angel Williams. Good morning to you as well. Wow, pretty good number in the house. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Saturdays if I get on, I tend to go on early if I get on at all. Like I said, I'm just not sure I'm going to get on tomorrow, and I want to make sure I touch base with my TikTok community here. Otherwise, you don't have a TikTok community, and you guys have really been awesome. Timber! That was not a computer. Alright, let me put these in the box so I don't mix them up. I've got bubble wrap and stuff here. And again, I'm treating these very carefully because I'm hoping to resell the entire bunch. And it is up for sale, you know where. Alright, let me just make sure I put everything that goes with that computer where it belongs. I think I have all 8 boards. I just need the backplane board. Okay. Pretty, isn't it? I actually have a couple of really beautiful boards. They're just so pretty, including one of the gold boards like this. They're absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to put a couple of up, maybe like a set of 5 or 6 shadow boxes or stuff. I mean, they're just cool, Nothing wrong with doing stuff just because it's cool. I sell a lot of boards to collectors because I look for them. When I see a board that's just so pretty, a lot of times they just sell. And I do, after doing this for as many years as I have a lot of, a lot of people who follow me. Okay. Time for a little what's in the box, huh? Now this box is going to board sort, and the reason it's going to board sort is because they are incomplete. These are going to sell as Goldfinger cards. No heatsink, no bracket. Again, these are just super common. If I was selling them to one of you guys for gold refining, I would have made sure that they're complete. I didn't necessarily depopulate these. Sometimes the EPROMs are not included because the manufacturer, whoever's putting the computer together, doesn't want it, doesn't need it, so they don't install it. I reverse image search all of these now to see if they're anything of great value. I find most of these are common. Boy, look at that gold. That is such a beautiful, beautiful gold. This came out of the server. Are you freaking kidding me? You may find some of these in the server too. These are really great for gold recovery. The heck is it called? You find them in servers. I can't remember what they're called offhand. Somebody to remind me. That goes in with Goldfinger cards. Again, the same thing here. I didn't depopulate this. It came this way. So they're going to go as scrap. You could cut these gold fingers off and sell them as low-grade boards. There's a lot of value in doing so. This one I did take the 2 ceramic chips. Just depends on your comfort zone. If you cut these, you got to be outside and you got to wear a respirator. You can get metal toxicity poisoning from cutting copper boards. You really can get sick. Good morning, everybody who's joined. I'm sorry if I missed you. I appreciate you all very much. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you need something or see something go by you could use, just shoot me a message. Yeah, this is damaged. I couldn't resell that anyway. If you're going to resell something, make darn sure everything's on it. This one, that I could resell to one of you guys. There's nothing wrong with this one. Nothing's depopulated. Very good gold fingers, nothing taken off. So that can be resold as gold finger cards in the you-know-where store. Anything that's been depopulated, though, I tend to I put it aside. This one's okay. Older Golder. Stealth 64 VRAM PCI made in 1995. This I know to be gold under here, so that's something I could put in sell it to my subscribers pile. This one's damaged. The ceramic pin is already gone. That'll go to board sort. This is newer. This will go to board sort. Guys, I've already tried to resell them. Look up these boards, so don't sell it or scrap it until you've taken a good look to see if it's worth anything, because some of them are. That was part of my conversation this morning with the IBM boards that were introduced to compete with them, to integrate into Apple's. That's a 50-year-old card. Tom'sHardware.com, I think, was the name of the site. This guy's got all kinds of blogs up about vintage computers and history, so definitely check your board before you scrap it. It could be worth money. Like this one is WC 1985, but it's damaged. Whoever I bought this from took the chip already, and it's corroded. So that's scrap. This one, Microsoft VO25. I think I already reverse image searched this. I didn't find it to be worth enough not to scrap it, but we'll put that one aside. That's something I would put in a box of gold fingers to you guys, because it's got the chip, it's got the gold fingers, nothing's been taken off. It's just a video card though. Alright, I also sometimes put in with my gold finger card boxes PCI riser card. Alright, I also sometimes put in with my gold finger card boxes PCI riser cards, and yeah, I'm on low battery mode. I'm going to have to get off here pretty quick. It's just a slot processor card. You should find this. Are you kidding me? You should find some of these in those servers. But that would go into the for sale pile. I'm going to have to move this along, I think, because I'm on low battery on both phones. So those are the gold finger cards. I'm not sure what board sort's selling them for this morning. I have to go look. I have a couple of boxes going out to them. And again, these will all be in the you-know-where store. I usually put Fast Horse, I think it is. What I'll do is I'll take a picture of whatever I'm selling on the other platform, and I'll put it on my profile page, so you'll know what's there. The question was how much for a gold box. I mean, you can, usually what I do on Sunday mornings, I do my Goldie boxes. I just don't know if I'm going to get there this week. I have a couple of boxes that are full of assorted material. I've got foam boards. I've got a box of those up for sale. Those sell really well. Dave has bought those from me. Thomas has bought those from me. This is a box I have up for sale, $29.99. It's full of pins like this. That's in the you-know-where store. So I have that box is ready. I threw in some of these too. And, it's a large flat rate priority box. I think I've got this box priced at $29.99. That was in the Blank Bay store. I have a pound of these. I sold a box like that. I tried to fill a large flat rate priority box, so I didn't have to worry about weight. I could just fill it, And a lot of people have bought the boxes. You know what? I think it says Fast Horse or Fat Horse. Fast Horse. I hope it says Fast Horse and I don't say something bad. Why don't you shoot me a message and let's see if I can put something together for you. A lot of people like specialty things. They only like Goldfinger cards. They only like RAM. I don't have any more RAM. Please don't ask. I am sold out again. I am doing a pickup today, though. I expect to find a lot of candy cane motherboards. I expect to find some RAM. It came out of a working office that just upgraded, and I'm hoping to find some more gold boxes there. This is a pound right now of high-grade hard drive boards. So, that's something like, I want a pound. I want that pound of hard grade boards, and I can just throw it in the box for you. That's what I'm working on. High grade non-SATA. That's the game plan. Eventually, it's going to be e-scrap by the pound. I think I'm getting close. The problem is I have to have e-scrap to sell, and they sell out faster than I can keep it in stock. I've got a pound of ceramic chips. Great gold recovery there. So, if you're interested in some of these, just shoot me a message. I'll put you a box together. You can pay me through PayPal. And, or just watch for it to come up on the you-know-what store. This I put together this is about a pound. There's 2 Xeon silvers, and there's 2 pinned titaniums in here. That's up. This is commercial time. And something else I've added, I am selling, I wasn't going to, but I have to raise money. It's going to cost me oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Fast Horse. Look forward to meeting with you. And, once you contact me, I certainly can, I can text you pictures or help you put together a box of your own. So this is a Pentium chip. I've got these. These are 4 for $100. Those are in the you-know-what store, which is called Connecticut Band Instruments. I have an e-scrap department. I've got same thing here, 4 for $100. These are the 486SX. I don't guarantee they're going to work, but I will guarantee they're not abused. You may find a couple of pins have bent, even though I was careful removing them. There's no reason they shouldn't work, but I think 4 for $100 on these is a very fair price. You can scrap them, you can replace them, you can use them for whatever. Board sort is at $300 a pound on those, and I believe, it takes like 16 or 18 to make a pound. So I'd rather sell them to you guys. Place like, and I love board sort. I've been with them for years. They are just an amazing company. Very honest, and everybody does whatever board sort is doing. I mean, imagine, you're such a good company, everybody follows you. And they're honest as all giddy up. I mean, I made a mistake grading something the other day. I actually graded it too low, and they upgraded the whole thing. I got another $200 for my order. Who does that? I mean, really, who does that anymore? So, kudos to Chris at Board Sort. And, they're always a good option. The problem, of course, is shipping. It's always going to be shipping. So, those are all ready to sell. My eventual store is going to be on my Computer Scrapper website, thecomputerscrapper.com. And it will be a category called e-scrap by the pound. Problem is I sell it faster than I can get it stockpiled. To do that, I'm going to need a lot, but you guys, God in heaven bless you. I love you to the moon and back. You guys wipe out my eBay store every weekend. Oops, I said it. So, I think that's probably it for this morning. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of the stuff I scrapped out this week and some of the stuff that is already up for sale on the eBay store. I'm probably going to get a restriction. I don't care. The video's almost over. I said eBay last week and they shut my video down. They shut my live down. Really? So, so we've got the, what the heck do you call it? IDE connectors. That's what these are. This is a box of all... Now that box is stuffed full. These are all IDE. They're all good gold pins. I threw some of these in here too. That's the nice thing about filling up like a large rate priority box is I can just... we love it, we love it, we love it. Thank you, Angel. I love you guys too. You guys are the best. Yeah, I can't keep, and that's a good problem to have. I can't keep be wasting stock right now. You know, these big companies get it by the gaylord and pallets full, but it's getting really tough to get quality e-scrap to our home gamers, and that's something I've really succeeded very well with. I've been enjoying it very much. I'm very grateful to all of you who have supported it. It's been a great venture for us. And if you do buy something out of the, Wear store, just let me know that you're one of my subscribers, because I'll always add some extra goodies. So this week we have that special lot, 2 Xeons, 4 Itaniums, 1 partridge and 1 pear tree. I've got a pound of ceramics. I've got more down in the basement. I got a pound of high-grade non-SATA. Again, whatever board sort is selling it for, that's probably around where I'm going to be, or buying it for, I should say. I've just got to add my eBay shipping and processing fees. But yeah, so I've got those ready. I'm continuing to work on more. We've got the ceramic chips up for sale. I think, my friends, that's going to do it for this morning, because both of my phones are about to die. It is 9:16, and the sun is out. I should really try to cut the grass today. I don't want to, but I should. Thanks again for spending some of your Saturday morning with me. I thank you for the gift of your time. I thank you very much for your input into all of this. It's always good to to hear from you guys, and you're just a wealth of information. You really are. And I thank you for everything you've given me. Have a good day. May God in heaven bless each one of you. God bless and thank you, all of you who have served or have family who has served. It is Veterans Day here in the state, and I want to take a special moment to remember my father, Albert Villa, who served in World War II. May God in heaven rest his soul. He was a good man. I miss him awfully. My thanks to all of you who have, a military family makes a tremendous gift. You're on the move all the time. Your loved one is serving, and you're away from you a lot. So thank you to all of our military. All right, everybody. God in heaven bless you. Have a good day. And I hope the weather's as nice where you are as it is here. I may or may not see you tomorrow. I don't know. It is my birthday weekend, and I don't know how early I'm going to get up. Probably depends how late I stay out tonight, huh? All right. Bye, everybody. Be well. Hi, Thomas. Good morning to you. I saw this go by, and I'm just getting ready to sign off for the morning, but another time. Thank you. Bye, everybody.